What is up, my nurse coach homies, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to talk about 5 essential skills that I believe every nurse coach needs if they want to have a successful and sustainable coaching business. I don't know why it always has to be 5. I was like, dude, why is it always like 5 tricks, 5 tips, 5 hacks? Seems to always be 5. That's what I came up with. I'm iffy on one of them, so maybe I'll just say 4 just to be different and unique. I have to be the black sheep. No, I'll dig into why I'm a little iffy on one. But number 5, I definitely think is the most underestimated and maybe the most important. But if you are a nurse coach and you know you have the heart to serve, you want to have a huge impact, you have an enormous vision for your life and your career path, and yet you don't have the business to show for it, I am willing to bet that you have a gap in at least one of these 5 skills, and maybe more. For many of us, it'll probably be more than just one. What I hope to do is help you to get clear on which need some work and need to be focused on so that you can get better at some of these skills and actually create the coaching business that you want. So let's dig in. Number 1 is the skill of offer design. Knowing how to create strong offers that can be monetized. This is probably one of the biggest gaps that I see of new nurse coaches that come into my world. They have this heart, they want to serve people, and they have no idea how to create offers that can actually sell. There's many different moving pieces of what creates a strong offer, but if I were to simplify this in terms that can be just like squished into one thing, it's solve one real problem for one real person. Too many of us are trying to solve a bunch of different things for a bunch of different people, and therefore we don't get to be an expert in solving one problem. And it's unclear. And if we confuse, we lose. So we need to get clear on who we serve and how we help. What is the tangible outcome that people will receive on the other side of working with you? And how can you design an offer that shows them the transformation that they will get as a result of allowing you to be the guide in that transformation? Number 2 is messaging clarity. And this is really about how you position your offer and how you position yourself in this space as the authority, as the expert, as somebody that people will want to be in proximity to. Do you have some core pillars about you and your business that invite people into working with you? It's clear exactly what transformation that you're helping them with, what methods that you use, etc. And the messaging around that offer speaks to the dream outcome, and it also speaks to the pain points that people are looking to have solved. Oftentimes, the messaging that I see in people's content or their offers, their landing pages, their websites, it's very unclear. And so people actually don't have a level of trust there that's needed to take the next step with you because they don't know if they're the person that you actually help, and they don't know if you solve the problems that they have. And so that lack of clarity, because it confuses, we lose and we miss out on the opportunity to invite these people into the next step. So a skill that needs to be honed in on is how to create marketing and messaging strategies that attracts the people that we're looking to reach. Number 3 are sales or enrollment skills. And this is just learning how to coach people around making decisions that are best for them. And that doesn't necessarily have to mean buying your thing. But a lot of the time, what people are looking to achieve, if you have a clear offer that solves that problem, then the thing that is best for them is taking action and actually taking steps forward and creating that transformation by getting the right support, by getting the right accountability and things of that nature. And so enrollment, in my mind, is just coaching around a financial decision. When I'm enrolling people into any offer that I have ever had, I do not pressure, I do not convince, I do not do any of the sleazy, salesy tactics of that nature. I simply serve and I coach people and I show up and I provide an experience that leaves them wanting more. They want to be more in proximity to the work that I do, the energy that I have, and the ways that I'm serving and supporting people and creating the outcomes that they desire. And so enrollment skills are really important to learn. There are frameworks that I teach in my program to essentially give you an idea of how to walk somebody through an enrollment call. That is extremely helpful. If you have some kind of basis of the journey that you're walking people through in an enrollment call, it can make it so much easier to understand, here's where I start with them, then I ask these questions, then I ask this question, and then it leads us to this part of the conversation. And that's when I then pitch my program or service or offer and invite them into taking the next steps with me. Without those skills, it is really hard to create clients. It is, because many times we hope that we create stuff and put it out there, or get in conversations with people, and that they're just going to ask us to work with us. That's not how it goes, you guys. We have to know how to invite people into taking that next step with us in a way that feels aligned, in a way that feels us, in a way that doesn't feel weird or sleazy or anything of that nature, but literally is from a place of service. And learning those skills cannot be underestimated. It is so, so, so important. All right, now number 4 is the one that I was like a little iffy on, and it's creating content, like knowing how to actually create content that attracts. The reason I was iffy on this one and almost didn't include it is because I actually think that you don't need to be online, you don't need to create content to have a successful coaching practice. I have clients that do mostly like in-person networking and things like that, and they've been very successful. I have a client that's barely been online at all, who just signed 4 of her own clients in 1 week, and she's mostly just like done in-person networking and things like that. But what she's clear on is her offer, messaging, and how to enroll people. And so those first 3 skills that we talked about is something that we've really dialed in with her, and as a result, she's seeing the reaping what she sowed is essentially what I'm getting at. She's seeing all of the things that she's put in and developing those skills is paying off. And so do you have to be online? Do you have to be producing content? Absolutely not. Totally up to you. I personally think it's a beautiful opportunity to get in front of more people. It takes a lot more effort to just do an in-person practice, because you have to get out there and constantly be making new connections. Whereas you can create a piece of content and potentially reach hundreds, thousands of people just by hitting post. Like, that's an amazing opportunity. So in my mind, I'm like, why not take advantage of it? But that's not everybody's cup of tea. And so if you want, creating content that attracts can be a really important skill. Is it 100% completely necessary to have a coaching business that is booming? No, definitely not. Number 5 is the mindset of a CEO. You have to have the skill of learning how to overcome self-doubt, learning how to walk with imposter syndrome, learning how to have fear, but doing the damn thing anyway. That is a skill that has to be developed. The only way that you develop it is by doing it. The only way that you really develop that, like grow that muscle of like having some imposter syndrome or doubt come up and still executing, is continuing to just do it and witnessing the fears, where they're coming from, validating them, sitting with them for a second and saying, that's fine that you're here. I accept you as you are, but we're still going to do the damn thing. And that, I believe, is a skill. I believe it's an underestimated skill, but I believe is a massive skill that is needed for us to really continue to have forward momentum. Having forward momentum is just putting one foot in front of the other. We are often way too in our heads and not enough in our heart and on our feet, putting one foot in front of the other and making steps forward to creating the life and the business that we desire. And so I invite you to develop that skill by witnessing the fear, witnessing the doubt, witnessing the imposter syndrome, and saying, I see you, I hear you, I love you, I accept you, and we are going to do this anyway. If you guys want any help with any of these skills, come inside of Nursepreneur Lab, our free community. I'm giving all kinds of free strategies. We do workshops, we do free trainings, all the things. So as always, I'll have the link in the description to join that free community. And if you guys are interested in getting our support, either in one-on-one or in Nursepreneur Accelerator for helping you build out your coaching business, you can also book a call with us. Currently, at this moment, October 3rd of 2025, we are closed for enrollment. But we have a waitlist going. We have a lot of people joining that. So feel free to join the waitlist if that interests you. But again, sending you guys so much love. Thank you for being here, all my nurse coach homies, and I will catch you guys in the next video.